Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe if you're a first-time viewer. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you, and please like and comment on this video. This is my recap, my review for Big Brother Big Brother 18, episode 24. This is the double eviction. Yes, the double eviction episode. And the first couple of minutes are I'm going to sum it up very quickly. Big Meech, Bridget, and Natalie decide girl power is in full effect. And so they have to go and ring in some of the guys. So, of course, James and also Paul. Now, mind you, at this time, Paul is thinking that he's on the side of Paulie. And there's this huge blowout between, like I said, Bridget, Michelle, Natalie, all versus Paulie. And they call him out on the fact that he's running the game, that he's sabotaging his own girlfriend's game, his showman's game, in order to further his own career. He's trying to play Derek's game. He's ensuring that he goes number 2. He's throwing the rock, hiding his hand. He's making people do things to put targets on their back while he sits back and chillaxes and relaxes. He is a snake among snakes. He's a liar. He's playing every side of the house, not both sides. He's playing every individual player. And so it goes down. I forgot what Paul said to Natalie, but apparently people really didn't appreciate that. And the interesting thing is that we only saw part of that. The real blow up, we don't even see until Sunday night's episode. That's when you see the full effect, because I follow the Big Brother, the people who tweet from the live feeds. Yeah, I follow them, so I know what's going on in the house 24/7. And so I know how bad it really was. What we saw on TV was nothing compared to what really happened in the house. And it was already planned that Big Meech was going to go and again call out Paulie, even though they really already called him out once. Now Paul is trying to figure out, why are we not trying to get out Zakia again? Because for his game it's better. For Paulie, he's trying to say no, Big Meech, Big Meech. And the thing is, this is where it goes to show you that Paulie doesn't have Paul's back, and Paul realizes that. James is trying to figure out, okay, even though he's in the executive alliance, maybe it's not so good that he's aligned himself with them, because that looks like it's not working. It looks like it is not working. It looks like Paul wants to send home Zakia, Big Meech. He's not fully sure yet, and it's messing with him because he just doesn't know who to turn to. So it flips from that to now you have Bridget who's talking with Natalie, and they're just saying how Paulie cannot be trusted. Paulie is a snake. Unfortunately, we need to band together and save Big Meech because we need to weaken Paulie's odds by taking out Zakia. I felt bad this whole episode for her, because I'm thinking Zakia is the prime example of why you don't do a showmance, because that's the only reason they kicked her out. Because they even felt oh wow, I jumped ahead. But damn, I jumped ahead. And they, like I said, they reel in Paul, and they let Paul know that when Bridget asked Paulie who he trusts the most, he said Corey. Now, mind you, Paulie is supposed to be kind of working with Bridget, so that's why Paul's like, oh, word? So I guess P&P's done. Yeah, P&P's been done for a while. You just didn't realize that. And neither is Paulie. That's the interesting part. Paulie has no clue what's about to happen. He really thinks the odds are still in his favor. That's the scary part. And Natalie, of course, talked to Zakia as well and say that, you know what, you're pretty much going to get voted out. It's not you because you're beautiful inside and out. Anyone with ears and eyes know that about Zakia. But yeah, you're attached to Paulie, so you have to go. Michelle's willing to shake up stuff, so she's going to stay. And I just felt bad for Zakia, because you could tell she's defeated. It's time for the live vote and eviction. And, oh yeah, and for a moment, I was thinking, Paul, you really think you can trust Bridget though, because why would it be in her best interest to keep you aligned with Paulie instead of someone like her? But then again, Paul's always flip-flopping, and he goes wherever the power isn't. That's actually what Paul does. He goes where the power isn't and tries to show loyalty there so that when the power shifts, now he has an in. Paul's playing this game really well. Really well. And so, now it's time for the live vote and eviction. And the live vote and eviction goes like this. Zakia's just like, thanks, it's been real. I love you guys. She knows she's going home. She looks great. She's looked great in every episode. But Big Meech looks good too. I'm thinking, damn, does Big Meech think she's going home? Because that definitely looks like I'm walking out of this house type of dress. And I think that she knew it was actually still 50-50. I think she was just praying for the best. But Big Meech called out Paulie again, and also called out Nicole. It's just like, Nicole's the snake. She plays both sides of the house. Paulie can't be trusted. He's trying to play Derek's game. He's trying to use everyone else to do his dirty work for him. Now it's time for James to use the power to cancel out 2 votes. He cancels out Paul's and he cancels out Corey. He does that because it helps them out. It helps them out because now it's like, it doesn't matter how they voted. It doesn't matter how they voted because they're null and void. Paulie, of course, votes out Big Meech. Natalie votes out Zakia. Why was it that Nicole looked out of it? Nicole looked like she was just woken up. She was like, oh, dude, oh, Lord, this chick. I keep forgetting that Nicole gets rattled easily. So Big Meech rattled her. So she voted out Zakia. James voted out Zakia. And, who else voted out Zakia? Oh, Bridget voted out Zakia. No, it was someone else that voted to keep. I think Nicole voted out Big Meech. But, long story short, Zakia got voted out. I felt really bad. I was hoping she would get the round trip ticket, but I'm like, no, she's still going to be attached to Paulie. It's alright. She was very quiet. She was just so thankful and grateful to be a part of the game. She definitely looked like she was just so upset. And of course, Julie was like, so, do you think things would have turned out differently if you didn't play with a showmance and you played your own game? I'm thinking, damn, Julie, you have to phrase it like that. That's Zakia right there. We love her. Stop it. Leave her alone. But you know what? That jury house is going to be I want to go in that jury house. Zakia and Devon. Oh, that house is going to be lit. That house is going to be lit. I tell you, lit. Not BET Awards lit. Lit as in fire. So now it's time for the HOH competition. As you know, this HOH is like a free-for-all. And Corey gets it. It's the game where it's statistics based. They get told scenarios and they have to decide if it's more or less. So for example, how many days have you been in the Big Brother house? Is it more than 52? Yes, of course it's more than 52 days. So you put more. If you put less, then you get knocked out. Now, why is it that in the first go round, Paulie and Bridget get knocked out, and then in the second question, everyone else gets knocked out except for Corey? I'm thinking, how many of them threw the competition? You can't tell me that that was, oh, they were playing their hardest. No, some of them must have thrown the competition. I am 120% convinced. They didn't want that power for themselves. Some of those people. It's like, we already know who the real target is. And so let's just throw it. Because I feel like there was also a conversation of that. So now you have this whole bromance thing going of all the guys trying to figure out, okay, who's going out? 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 Who? That's how it was. That's really how it was. And because no one wanted to get their hands dirty, especially Paulie, because now Paulie just got accused of constantly getting people to see his point of view and doing his dirty work. So Paulie stayed mums to the word, and Corey was upset because he's just like, You guys always have an opinion and always talk. When I finally become HOH and it's a throwaway HOH, now it's time for you to be quiet? Are you kidding me? So, Corey decides he's not going to use the veto. Of course not. Bridget and Michelle were like, yeah, we don't think you're using the veto, so just, come on. Let's just go with this already. Let's go and play the veto competition. That's all that matters. And the veto competition was the ball pit one, where this one was clock based. So there were 3 clocks. You had to get 3 clock symbols, and then there was a last symbol that you had to get, and then you would buzz in and you're the winner. I know I've made it sound really simple, but the pieces are buried at the bottom of the pit. And of course, the pieces are going to feel similar to the ball, so it's not going to be an easy competition. Well, I shouldn't say that, because they did it quickly, which of course they needed to, because they had to fit all of this within an hour with minimal commercials. So thank you for the minimal commercials. But it was actually a good competition, because it had the right people who were actually active enough, and they were killing it. They were actually killing it. I know I keep saying actually, because I was astonished. I was astonished because Nicole was getting close, Michelle, all of them were getting close. But Corey took the lead and he won. So he won the HOH and he won the veto. So Corey decided that no, he's not going to use the veto. Of course, during the commercial break, that's when they came up with who was playing in the veto. But Corey decided he's not going to use the veto, which means either Big Meech or Bridget's going to be evicted from the Big Brother house. And now it's time again for them to go and have the conversation of, oh yeah, and by the way, they kept showing Big Meech's not Big Meech, Zakia's picture. We're like, we know she got eliminated, and we know she's super, we know, we love you. I mean, we love us some Zakia, and it was just a shame. I mean, they kept showing that profile pic of Zakia because they knew where the yes. And now it's time for the vote and eviction. The thing with that is, Bridget's just like, I really hope that you guys keep me. Yeah, thank you. Michelle said she switched back into her dress because Michelle's really thinking she was not going to be voted out. And so she was saying how, again, I blew up Paulie's game. You're welcome. I blew up Nicole. She is a snake. She can't be trusted. She plays both sides. Thank you. And see you guys in jury. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And it was crazy. It was crazy because you know who voted to get Big Meech out? Paulie. He was the only one. Everyone else voted out Bridget. And Big Meech, when they found out what the votes were, Big Meech was like, oh my god, why would you do that? I blew up that game. Why would you vote for me? I don't understand. I don't get it, because I said all those things and then you're gonna blindside her? That's not fair. Why would you do that? She is so compassionate, and I have to understand that. But again, you get to stay in the house. They get voted out. So they're the only ones that should be mad. But they can't even show that because they might come back in. So they have to pretend to still like the people. And so Bridget gets knocked down. She was just like, okay, this sucks. This isn't really cool. But I still like you guys, even though not really. It was just like, wow, you guys really going to do something like that? And she gets voted out. Bridget, she does not come back. She does not have the round trip. She has the one way. And Julie's just like, hey, so what happened? She's like, I don't know what happened. That house is crazy, so you never really know what happens. And I'm thinking, I'll tell you what happened, Bridget. They figured you had a bigger chance of winning a competition than Big Meech. And no one's really going to work with Big Meech. They're just going to pretend. They're just going to make her feel good, keep her off guard. And then kick her out next week. That's all that's going to happen. Or the week after that. That's all that's really going to happen with that. So that's why they had to kick you out, because you were a threat. Because you're aligned with Frank. They know what you're capable of. They don't want to see that type of run again. And so Julia's just like, yeah, vote for the new care package. There's going to be an episode on Friday. Big things are happening with Big Brother. Oh yeah, Big Brother did get renewed. And Paulie is trying to... Paul and Corey are like, stop crying. You get to be in this house. You need to start... I'm understanding that you're compassionate, and of course you have emotions. That's understandable. But stop doing this, because you need to understand that we did all of this as a distraction. We don't really want you out. We just wanted to make sure that you thought we wanted you out so that we can go and do what we did successfully. And I'm thinking, and she's believing this? I really hope she's not believing this, because... Okay. So, oh yeah, by the way, from August 18th to August 28th, I will be doing reviews for those weeks. I will just be, what do you call it? I will be periodically responding back to comments. But on that Sunday, you will get flooded with the content that I did not post during the week, because I did not get a chance to watch it, so I did not get a chance to record it, review it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back this Sunday. Well, technically Monday morning.